Hello my loves, welcome back. So today we are talking about Jupiter because Jupiter is changing signs. Well, by the time this video comes out, Jupiter has already changed signs. So Jupiter is changing signs on the 25th of May and Jupiter will stay in Gemini until June 9, 2025. So a bit more than a year. What exactly is going to change for us energetically when Jupiter moves into Gemini? Let's talk about what Jupiter in Gemini means, right? What's the general energy going to be like? Well, first of all, we need to acknowledge that Jupiter in Gemini is in detriment. And no, I don't believe this is a bad thing. Generally, in traditional astrology, it is looked at as something a little more unfortunate. I don't look at it as unfortunate at all. I look at it as just a different way of expressing Jupiter energy, because generally Jupiter is concerned about the bigger picture, right? But in Gemini, we're not looking at the bigger picture. In Gemini, we are looking at our immediate surrounding. Now, what Jupiter is going to do in the next year, and when I say Jupiter is doing something, what I mean is the energy that is going to be present for all of us is an expanded view of our immediate surrounding, right? We are going to be focusing in more on what is happening around us, right? Acting locally. We are going to be focused more on what's going on with us here. What are we actually doing? Physically, you're living in a certain place with certain people around you, right? Your immediate family, your neighbors, your social circle, the town you live in, the village you live in, wherever you live, right? What's going on there? That's where our focus is going to go. And Jupiter is going to expand that area for us. This can mean a lot of different things for, different people. And we will talk about this for your rising sign. But also one more thing that I want to say here is that Gemini is a very curious sign, right? And Gemini is also a sign that loves to be educated when I make these motions. What I mean is the education that we connect with Gemini is a more basic. And by basic, I by no means mean not worth it. Basic in the best sense of the word. Basic as in, how do I build this, right? For example, maybe you want to take a course on gardening because maybe you want to grow your own vegetables, fruits, and you want to understand what's the right soil for which plant and all that. So I think we are going to go more into that direction. I'm not saying we are all becoming gardeners now. No, I'm not saying that. But there is we are going to be much more concerned with like things that we can utilize, right? Learning something that we can then utilize right away, that can help us right away in our day-to-day life. Not necessarily big philosophical things. It is going to be more like, okay, I need to know this now. Let me just learn this. This can also mean that you want to learn more about yourself, the way you function. That could be part of that, right? How do I actually function? Who am I, right? This is probably going to be a time where, many of us are going to get a coach, going to do some therapy, we want to understand things better. This is also going to be a time where we will focus more on real life conversations, right? Not the online world will not go away, but I think because the focus goes to our immediate surrounding, the people we surround ourselves with by choice, our social circle, we will most likely spend much more one-on-one time with people, right? Actually real, where we can touch them. They are in front of us. That will move into the focus much more. And also expanding our social circle. That is going to be a big topic. Maybe you will change your social circle even completely. Another thing that is something I see for the next year is we might feel a little more ungrounded. Because Gemini is an air sign, right? And it's a little flighty, it's here, there, and everywhere. So Jupiter may magnify that feeling of flightiness or restlessness. There is a restlessness within us where we are like, okay, I want to do this, but I also want to do that, and then I got to do this and that, and then I want to see this person, and then I want to go see that person. So that is the part that where I think the detriment of Jupiter will show up, where we might exhaust ourselves here a little bit. So make sure you continue your, if you have one, meditation and yoga routine, right? Like try to incorporate that into your life. Or maybe you go to your yoga class, and then afterwards you socialize. I think that would be a beautiful way to really utilize this energy. But let's get into the signs. Now, Aries and Aries Rising. For you, this Jupiter is going to be in your third house. The third house is the house of communication. It's the house of your immediate environment. So it's a very natural place for Gemini to be, or maybe I should say it's the natural place for Gemini to be. So no, I'm not going to say that. So here, Jupiter will definitely work with your immediate environment. The focus for you will definitely be on your social circle, your neighborhood, where you live. Maybe you want to expand in terms of you want to get a new apartment. Maybe you want to change neighborhoods. Maybe you want to move to a different neighborhood where you are closer to your friends, your social circle. Maybe you want to build a new social circle. You will be very chatty in the next year, and maybe you want to start a podcast even to let out all this energy you have. And then also, last but not least, what I mentioned earlier for the collective, the general forecast for Jupiter in Gemini, it's focused in for you because this is happening in the third house. So I think basic education, and again, by basic I don't mean irrelevant. What I mean is a functional, foundational education, something you can use right away, right? You learn something about something that you can then apply in your life. It's a beautiful time to do that. Last but not least, if you have siblings, aunts, uncles, you may want to spend more time with them in the coming year. Maybe you move closer to your siblings, maybe they move closer to you. That is also a manifestation that I can see for you. Then Taurus and Taurus Rising, for you, this energy is going to unfold in the second house of worth and value, the value we hold inside, and then how that value unfolds in your external world. By the way, there is a thunderstorm outside. I apologize for the noise. This is actually really beautiful for your financial status. Jupiter can help you really expand that area. Maybe you get a new job. Maybe you upgrade what you're doing right now, and you earn more income through that. Maybe you have a coach or a teacher or mentor that helps you elevate your understanding of money, what money actually means, right? Like the understanding of money, how it flows through you, how it flows to you. That could be a manifestation of that as well. Now, Gemini Rising, for you, this is Jupiter moving into your first house. This could be a completely different life direction. And when I say that, of course, this is not going to be true for everyone. Not everyone is going to change their life 180 degrees in the next year. But maybe you are also moving closer to where you want to go. Maybe your vision, Jupiter, bigger vision, maybe your vision is going to become clearer, and you're taking steps to move closer to that vision. This could also relate to your identity, the way you see yourself in the world. You know, that could be upgraded. Maybe, you know, your identity will get a facelift, and that may happen also through you getting a mentor, getting a coach, working with someone to get to know and understand yourself better, and then show up as that new version self. I think this is going to be a big time. Every time we have Jupiter in our first house, there is kind of like, it's almost like an expansion of our understanding of life, the way we see the world, the way we look into the world. Like all of a sudden we have a broader perspective, a wider view. So it is a beautiful time for you. You really utilize that time. Then Cancer Rising, for you, Jupiter is moving into the 12th house. 12th house, the house of spirituality. So possibly for you, this could mean that you may adopt a new spiritual routine. Maybe you get into meditation, into yoga. Maybe you are joining a certain group that, you know, is spiritually inclined. I'm not talking about cults here, so watch out for that. I'm not saying you should join a cult, but maybe you meet up with like-minded people that are also expanding their spiritual world, and maybe, you know, you go to yoga together. Maybe you even, you know, if you're inclined to, maybe you are a yoga teacher and maybe you want to give retreats. This is a beautiful time because 12th house is the house of retreats. And if you are not planning to do a retreat, to teach a retreat, maybe you want to go participate in retreats. This is also a beautiful time to do that, to expand your spiritual horizon, expand and feed your soul. Now, Leo and Leo Rising, for you, this is happening, this Jupiter is happening in your 11th house of friendships. Now, this is probably going to be the year where you either expand your friendship circle, right? Bring more people into your friendship zone, or you might even change your friendship circle, or you will just spend much more time with your friends now. So that will take center stage for you, your friends. They will be a much bigger priority than, you know, they were in the past few years. And maybe this is due to, you know, you changing your life. You know, you realize, well, you know, you also need your friends. So maybe you will incorporate your friends into your life on a much bigger scale. Now, also, you might think much more about your legacy, what your legacy is, what it means for you to leave a legacy. Does it relate to children? Does it relate to what you do in this world? How you help people? That will probably be much more on your mind, and also come up in conversations with people much more. Now, Virgo Rising, for you, beautiful Jupiter, because Jupiter is moving into your 10th house. Wonderful for your professional life. So there is going to be major expansion in your professional life. If you work in the corporate world, maybe you will get a promotion, like a big promotion. Maybe you will also get a big raise with that promotion. Maybe you decided you want to do something completely different and expand your horizon in a new way. Maybe you want to go solo, aka you want to be your own boss, become an entrepreneur. That could also be part of it. Generally, I see that more in the 5th house, but of course it is an option here as well. But definitely the focus for you, the bigger focus for you, will be your professional life in the coming year. And if you already have a business, let's say you have your own business, that business, I believe, will grow tremendously, and there will be a lot happening in your professional life, and you will probably be out and about, socializing, not just for fun, but also, you know, for professional reasons. So I think this is going to be a big jump for you in the coming year. Then Libra Rising, for you, Jupiter is moving into the 9th house. Well, that could mean that you will travel much more in the coming year. This could also mean that you will move to a different country, or if you're already in a different country, settle in that country. Maybe you will also meet someone in this country. Jupiter can really open the horizon for you in that way. It can really open your horizon in that new country in a completely new way. Things could open up for you, doors could open up for you in new countries that you couldn't dream of. I said in the general forecast that I don't think this is going to be a time where we are too concerned with global things, with moving out there in the world. I think for you though, the world is a bigger topic, and that could be due to you traveling much more, but also maybe moving to a completely different country where you have to learn a completely different language, and where you have to, learn a new way of being, aka a different culture, and integrating yourself into that culture. And you might do that on a bigger scale this year. Teaching could also become a bigger topic for you this year. Teaching people something that they can utilize right away, right? Maybe you are already a teacher and maybe you come up with the course, right? I said in my general forecast that I think we will do much more locally. We will meet people much more one-on-one, and maybe this is also true for you, but another thing I can see for you or could see for you is that you do things that you offer new online courses, right? The ninth house, because we are out there in the world, we connect with the world. Maybe that would be your way of connecting with the world in the ninth house through a course, teaching people something, again, basic, right? A skill that they then can utilize, but maybe you teach that online. The world is going to be your oyster this year. And I mean this in every sense of the word. Then for Scorpio Rising, Scorpios, for you, this is going to be a big time to expand in the realms of the unconscious. So maybe this is going to be your year where you work with a therapist to work through some traumas that you are still holding in your body, in your psyche, things that haven't really helped you grow in the past year. Maybe they keep you stuck, and maybe you're ready to move forward and work with someone that can help you in this area. This is very likely a year where you consciously go down the rabbit hole and figure out what is holding you back, why it's holding you back, and removing the obstacles. I think this is probably going to be a very intense year for you, but you're a Scorpio, so intensity is nothing new for you, right? You're thriving when it comes to intensity, so you might even enjoy this ride very much. Then for Sagittarius Rising, for you, my lovely Sagittarius, this energy is happening in the 7th house, so it will most likely relate to your significant other, or also a person that is really close to you. And if you are not in a relationship, maybe this can relate to a co-worker, not necessarily co-worker, but a business partner, or also a close friend. Maybe you want to take friendships much more serious. If this relates to a significant other, if this relates to a partner, a partnership, this could be the year where you actually tie the knot. I could see this for a lot of Sagittarius, that you choose the one to be with for the long term this year. This could be a wedding. This could be another way of celebrating a commitment. Maybe you're not, depending on if you are the classic traditional person, or if you find other ways to celebrate a lifelong commitment with someone. Also, if you're single, maybe this year is going to be the year where you actually commit to a long-term relationship, right? It doesn't have to be a marriage, but you know, maybe you find someone finally. Maybe you've been looking. Maybe it's been tough. This is a good year for you to get into a partnership with someone that you know maybe spend the rest of your life with. Then for Capricorn Rising, for you, this energy is unfolding in the 6th house. Health is going to be a big topic for you. You know, expanding your understanding of what health means, maybe even, you know, helping, finding a new way of healing something, an ailment that you've been carrying with you for a long time. This can be physical, a physical ailment, physical disease, physical illness, but also mental. Then it's also a beautiful time for everything related to work. You know, you might expand your way of working. Maybe you change the way you work, because remember, 6th house is also the day-to-day routine, our work-life balance, work-life schedule. There might come a lot of pleasant energy your way with the help of Jupiter. A lot of expansion in this area as well. Then for Aquarius Rising, for you, this energy is happening in the 5th house. Wonderful for romance, wonderful for new love, wonderful for just having a good old time this year. You're probably going to be someone that will definitely be out and about much more, having a good time, meeting new people, being playful, being joyful. Maybe this may also be a year where you think about children much more. Maybe, you know, this will even be a year where you are making a baby, having a baby. Or also when it comes to creative endeavors, this could be a year where you decide to embark on a new creative journey. Maybe you have a project that you want to show the world. Entrepreneurship is also a big one when it comes to the 5th house. So maybe you're deciding to go solo, become an entrepreneur, you know, build your own company in a very creative, playful fashion. Then last but not least, Pisces and Pisces Rising. For you, this energy is going to unfold in the 4th house, the home. This could mean you expand your home, and expansion means maybe someone will move in with you. Maybe, you know, if you are already living with someone, maybe a 3rd member of the family will show up. Maybe a baby is on the horizon. Also, maybe you want to move to a bigger house, right? That could be a manifestation of this as well. You know, expanding your home in that way. You might be inclined to also spend much more time with your family. I'm not necessarily seeing you being a homebody, as in just sitting on the couch watching TV, but what I could see is that you spend more time at home, but with people, right? Maybe you're inviting more people, maybe you're having more parties at home. And again, like I said before, maybe you want to spend much more time with your family members in the coming year. So if you have any questions about this video, any of the houses, any of the signs I just talked about, please feel free to comment in the comment section. If you want your personal reading, birth chart reading, synastry reading, solar return reading, feel free to book your reading by clicking on the link in the description box. And anything else, any other questions, feel free to ask. I'm here for you. I wish you a beautiful day, and I will talk to you later.